Welcome back, everyone. I am joined today with my wife,
Hello.
and today we're going to be talking about a lot of fitness, for women, and a lot of questions because obviously she's been pregnant before. So, how you get that body back after pregnancy, and then, the motivation it kind of takes to, deal with all that kind of stuff. So, first question is, how do you find time to, do anything fitness related when you have to take care of kids?
It's very hard to find the time because they're always wanting something from you. There's always something that needs to be done. And whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you work, you're always taking care of somebody and doing something other than something for yourself. And you just kind of have to either set alarms, put up Post-its, something to remind you to just get back at it and to work out, because you will feel better by working out.
Okay, so what kind of tips would you give somebody for like time maintenance? Would it be best to like work out during nap time? Because that I feel like that if someone had a home gym, obviously, because I feel like that would kind of be hard too. Considering if you make too much noise, the kids will wake up. Or do it before or after work. When they're at daycare. Like how would you suggest like kind of doing that?
I would suggest, trying to figure out what would work best for your plan. I know some friends who get up before they go to work or before their husband or spouse goes to work, and they go work out then like 5 in the morning. And if you're not a morning person like me, then it's best to find time throughout the day, whether you have a friend watch them, family member, babysitter. You could do it during their nap time. I like to pick one nap to do a quick workout in, and then the rest is when I choose to get other stuff done or nap as well.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with a good nap, can you? It's just one of those things that you can always go with, and it's always a win. So obviously, like I said before, you've been pregnant before. So how hard is it to kind of stay motivated while you're pregnant? Because obviously you have all those hormones, you have a lot of cravings, a lot of things going on with the body. So as you're pregnant, like what keeps you motivated to kind of hit the gym?
Well, for me, it was hard. I think if you don't have a good constant workout ethic before you get pregnant, it'll make it even more difficult, especially if you have a lot of morning sickness, because that first trimester, all you want to do is sleep and throw up. Well, you don't want to throw up, but you can't help it, or you're too nauseous to do anything.
I was going to say, someone just wants to throw up in the morning. That's what they wake up and that's on their checklist. Like, it's done.
No, they don't want to throw up. And so it gets easier throughout the pregnancy to try to find motivation once you start to feel a little bit better. But really throughout pregnancy, you do it when you can, and it's okay if you can't. You just drink your water, eat what you crave, try to eat healthy too, but eat what you crave. And the easiest thing to work out for me was always just to walk.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just walking. Walking is actually a really great exercise that is overlooked by a lot of people. They always want to think about the running or the hit or anything like that. But, walking in general is just really great exercise. It kind of, first it gets you moving, and it just always gets you out there and get yourself going. So that's one of those just great things that you should always be doing that no one really does anymore. Because like I said, they just overlook it. They'd rather go to the gym and hit the weights and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually kind of cool. So what exercises do you like to personally do? So like what body group is your favorite to work out, and what's your favorite workouts?
My favorite would be my legs. Those are my favorite to work out.
It seems like that's every girl's favorite, like anytime you go to the gym, like that's like girls are always doing like the squats or they're always something with legs, and it's like there's other parts of the body like arms, shoulders.
For me, I love the burn that you feel in a leg workout. I can handle that pain, whereas with the shoulders, I'm more of a wimp. But I like the legs. It's my favorite part to work out. What was your other question?
Like, what's your favorite, like, exercises? Now, obviously, you love working out the legs, but,
Right.
That's your favorite body part to work out. Like, what's your favorite exercises? Is it, like, the squat, or is it, like, a dumbbell press? Like, what's your favorite exercises?
It's the squats where you go down and you come up on the balls of your feet, and then you stand up and you squeeze your glutes.
Okay. That's your favorite. That's it. There's no other exercises.
Well,
That's your favorite.
I like all of the leg ones. I don't know. But I love to do, especially when pregnant, and even before I ever had kids, was Pilates.
Oh, okay.
That's actually really good for women to do, too, because it can help strengthen pelvic floor, which is important for pregnancy and postpartum.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You don't know anything about that, do you?
No, Pilates. So I like Pilates, but obviously, I'm more of a, iron. Iron is my
weightlifter.
Yeah, that's my go-to is everything. Like, if I had to feel that iron in my hands. So I like CrossFit doesn't really appeal to me. Pilates. I'm just saying, things like that. If it's not just traditional lifting iron, as heavy as you could possibly go, it doesn't really appeal to me as much as things like that. So another question, like, so how does a wife, like, so you're a housewife, so how does that like difficulty wise working out, because you have to take care of the house, you have kids, we own a business, so it's hard to kind of like juggle all that kind of stuff, and I mean, obviously I help out around the house as I can, but how does it affect like your workouts and things like that?
The workouts can get neglected more. They're not every day. It can be harder because you have so much you need to do to get done. Cleaning, laundry, taking care of kids, taking care of a baby who's going through that phase where they want to be up and see everything, but they can't sit up yet. And so they get frustrated and they expect you to hold them, to show them around. And so what I do is I just, like I said earlier, I kind of plan out my time. Like morning, I kind of nap more. And then like the next nap, I'll either do dishes or pick something to clean. And I can get stuff done when he's awake, but I have a small window from when he eats to when his next nap is. And while you're cleaning, you can also still work out. You can hold onto a chair and do squats then while you're cleaning the kitchen.
That's actually a very good thing to do, because honestly, like, so people always think that when it comes to fitness they have to go to the gym no matter what, or they have to have some type of workout equipment, but you can actually do it with anything, like you said, a household chair. You can actually just do it with just the air. You can just do box squats like without the actual box there. You can just do regular squats, body weight squats and stuff. So it's actually a good point that you can do, and it doesn't always have to be an hour. It's obviously perfect to do an hour, but if you can't do it for the full hour, at least some type of exercise that day is better. If you can't go to the gym, cardio is definitely your best bet, but it's always good to do some type of workout. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
I was just saying, you just squeeze it in throughout your day. Like my husband said, you don't have to do it for a full hour. You can do a little here, a little there. And if you don't get to that full hour, that's okay, as long as you're trying. You don't want to be too hard on yourself, because that'll, bring you down emotionally, mentally, and
physically,
and you want to try to build yourself up. So even if you only get 15 minutes in that day, at least you did something.
Yeah. Which, like I said, that's actually a really good point, too, because everybody always forgets that. They always want to say, I did nothing today and that's it, but they had 10, 15, 20 minutes. They could have got something in, whether, like you said, it was some type of small leg workout, some type of push-ups workout, cardio, something they could have got done. Like even a core workout, because, your core is so amazing, and it, helps you be more athletic and stable. So that actually is one of those things that, like, nobody realizes much anymore, because they just want to be there for hours and hours at the gym, which could actually be counterproductive. So that's actually a good point, is just being able to do it whenever you can. So
yeah. And if you have a good baby carrier, you can wear your baby while you work out.
Yeah, that's true too, actually, because no matter what your baby weighs, it's always extra body weight. As long as it's, properly supported. Do not go out there with your kid just, dangling his neck and stuff, trying to do a push-up or a pull-up or something. That would not be good at all.
I meant with, like, at-home workouts, not...
yeah, definitely do not go to the gym with your, like, well, Burning Fitness said I could go ahead and do pull-ups with my newborn strapped to my back. It's okay. Forget that it's there and just roll on top. No, do not do that. It's not okay. And do not use your babies as weight Okay, unless they're a little older, 5, 6 years old, then you can like put them on your shoulders and do lunges or something with them.
You can do chest presses with
them.
them.
Yeah, chest presses with them. Something, it's fun actually, because with the 2 kids we have, they love, sitting on my back while I do push-ups. So that's a great exercise too. If if you can handle it, do push-ups with your kids or something like that.
Kids, in my experience, love to work out when the parent works out.
Yeah, that's actually a good point too. So if your kids are too old for nap time, so we have a 5 and 3-year-old that are kind of out of that nap stage. Sometimes they still will, depending on how hard they play outside, especially in the heat, or if we go to like a populated place and just out all day in the heat or whatever. But like if they don't nap, it's okay to work out with like when they're awake, because they actually love working out with you too, and they'll do workouts, like actual workouts. They might not do it on the level of you, and they might slow you down a little bit, but it's actually good to start them young on working out, so that way they're healthier throughout their whole life. So that's something else that you should probably actually even look into as well.
And it's a fun activity for them to do and wear them out.
Yeah. Want them to sleep good at night, just make them do 10 push-ups.
I know with our kids, they get so proud of themselves when they're trying to do lunges or squats with me.
Yeah, they'll actually, so like when I get home from work, actually, they'll be like, lift up my arm, I bet you can't, because I'm stronger than you now. And it helps their confidence so much more when they're actually working out and kind of getting that workout in. So that's actually kind of cool. So what kind of tips would you give to families and moms? Because I'm kind of hitting moms on this one, because as a dad, it is easier to say, hey, I'm gonna go to the gym, or hey, I'm gonna go work out. Honestly, we have it so much easier in that kind of sense than the moms do. I think a lot of that kind of stuff is put onto the moms. So don't think I'm forgetting about you dads, especially the single dads. Like we have it hard too, but I think it's easier for us to like make up the excuse to go to the gym rather than the wife to make that excuse to go to the gym, or the single moms. So what advice would you give, kind of especially like I said, the women, men, whatever, single, that to help them kind of stay motivated to go to the gym?
I would say if you are with somebody, partner, spouse, to talk to them about the importance of it for you, and to make time so that they can stay with the kids so that you can go work out. And if you don't have somebody like that, then find somebody who might be willing to help you. You could always trade off babysitting with someone else. Be like, hey, can you watch my kids so I can go work out? I'll watch yours for free this Friday night. Something like that. You can always work out with a friend. And so that can help you find time. So
that's good too. I mean, some gyms actually have daycares with rows. Some bigger gyms might actually have daycares in there. Yeah. Especially if you do like martial arts, some of them have been getting more and more like smaller daycares and stuff, like some of the bigger martial arts studios. Yep. So that's actually a pretty good idea too. To kind of any way to reach your fitness goal is kind of the best way to go about it. You have to kind of get out there and do it.
And you could always take the kids to the park and work out at the park while they play, depending on how old they are. You could ride their bikes while you're pushing a stroller, and you could do lunges.
Well, that's actually good too, though. Like at the park, there's so many different exercises you can do at the park too. While they're playing on the playground, you can still depending on how packed it is, you still have burpees, you have push-ups, you have sprints you can do, you have lunges, you have bear crawls, you have crab crawls, you have pull-ups, and the monkey bars. There's so many different exercises that you can actually go through. And maybe we'll make a video on that, like the exercises you can do at a park to kind of like give you guys ideas of what you guys can do while you guys are out at the park. That's actually a really good idea. But to touch on the bike thing, while they're riding their bikes, you can actually make that into a jog, or like a little game, because kids love games and they love to be competitive. As much as kids say they're not competitive, they love to be competitive. So if you say, hey, you know what, let's race down to that tree, as they're on their bike and you're running or whatever, you guys can actually make something out of this. That way, not only do you get to work out, but they get to as well.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And kids will hold you accountable. So if you tell them to make sure you're doing something, working out, they will remind you that you're failing. So you can always ask them to help you with that. to help you stay motivated.
Yeah, and they're pretty blunt about it too. You know? Like they
will not sugarcoat it for you. They expect us to sugarcoat things for them, but they will not sugarcoat it for you.
Right? Like they'll throw a fit if you say anything. But
sorry.
No, you're fine. But like you know, they can tell you whatever is on their mind and on their heart at that point in time. No matter what it is, you better be able to expect them to say what's on their mind. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask your kids too, to kind of help you stay motivated. You know, whether they're going to call you skinny, whether they're going to call you big, or whatever it is, you know, they're going to call you. Does not matter.
They still love you.
Yeah, they still love you, you know, but you asked for it. That's what it is. You brought that to yourself. So big question. Obviously, everybody always asks these type of questions. Are you where you want to be physically?
No.
Well, I mean, okay, so why not though? You know, like, have you been working out, like things like that?
I just work out here and there. I mean, for the first 6 weeks, I didn't really do much. Maybe walk occasionally. I'm just tired.
All the time, you know. It's hard.
I just want a nap.
So postpartum, what is the best exercises to kind of do to kind of get you back into it? Because obviously your body's changed.
Yeah.
Whenever you're postpartum, which means the baby's out. For the men out there.
Well, I'm not a specialist, but
of course.
I do know you want to start with the pelvic floor. You don't have to, but it's strongly recommended, especially if it's like your first baby.
But take it easy. Don't go back into whatever weight you were at.
6 weeks.
Yeah, well, not even just wait your 6 weeks, but don't jump into it at like the weight you were at before you stopped working out. Obviously, when you had the kid and stuff, go with a lighter weight.
Ease into it. Do what your body feels comfortable with. You don't have to go that hard. Fast right away. You can ease into it, which is the best thing that you could do for your body. Because I had a doctor, I think, told me once that it takes a year for your body to heal after giving birth, like completely. So.
But everybody is different, you know. So like, if you feel comfortable, you can, as long as you are feeling comfortable and your doctor is saying you're not harming yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely stay in those kind of reins. But like, what other exercises would you like kind of recommend, like people? Because obviously there's probably women out there that's like, okay, obviously you gain weight when you have a baby. Mm-hmm. It's something that's natural. It's nothing that's disgusting or nothing like that. But some women want to have that bounce back. So what are kind of some, exercises that you might recommend to help them with that bounce back a little bit?
Well, first, drink lots of water. Whether you're nursing or not, drink lots of water.
Stretch.
You gotta focus on the pelvic floor. Do lots of stretching, cardio, and I would just focus on the whole body, including the mind. You just have to find what works best for your body because everybody's different. So I don't have a specific workout that would help. I know that a lot of women, I don't want to mispronounce this on a podcast.
Try your best.
I don't know. It's like the abdominal recti or something. You could Google it and look up exercises for that, but it's when your abdomen splits. And so that, for a lot of women, is why they can't get their bodies back. And so you can definitely Google that because there's a test you can do on yourself to see if you're split. So just learn as much about your body as you can because it'll change a lot after giving birth as well. And so the workouts and diets, or not diets, but things that you used to do before you had a baby might not work after.
All right. And I want to touch on one of the things too is the mind. You said working out the mind. I think that's definitely big, not just for, obviously postpartum women, but a lot of people, when you go into the gym or any workout, you should always leave, mentally better. Working out is supposed to be a beautiful thing, which we'll talk about that later on. When it comes to the gym and uncomfortability in the gym and things like that, but the mind though, when you enter the gym, you should always exit it just in a better state of mind because you put yourself in a better position.
Yeah, I think not just after having a baby, but everyone should remember that everybody's body is that's hard is different. Will bounce back a different way. There's some women out there who just get their body back right away. There's other women, whether they worked out before pregnancy or not, don't get it back right away. And that's why I said mind was important, because you don't want to be hard on yourself. Your body has changed. And after I had my first, I was really hard on myself. I felt weird in my own skin. I had lost the baby weight, but I still had, like the flabby stomach, and I wasn't used to that. And you gotta learn to love yourself. Like, your body did this amazing thing. So you just have a good mindset.
So, okay, well, let's talk about that, though, too. So, like you said, no one's going to bounce back, not just women, and everybody. No one's going to bounce back from anything, whether they put on the weight, whether they lost the weight, things like that. So what do you think about, like, TikTokers? Obviously, I don't like TikTok.
I know.
Instagram, Facebook influencers and stuff that, like, are these fitness people and have, like, this unrealistic goal in telling everybody, hey, you can reach this goal in, like, 30 days and 40 days and, things like that. Just, like, arbitrary times. Like, get bigger arms in, a week, or build abs in,
booty
a day.
boot camps in 30 days.
Yeah, booty boot camps in 30 days. Like, because my opinion on them just trash, which, stupid.
I think if you see a workout like that you like, do it, but have low expectations.
Well, that's the thing is,
it might be a fun workout for you, but it might take longer than what they're saying.
Realistically, it's going to take longer. Honestly, because you're not dedicating every single second
especially
to that.
If you're like a beginner at working out, or if you're like me where it's just every once in a while.
Well, most beginners think they can't actually reach a goal like that because that's what everybody's telling them is like, oh, get my plan and you'll look like this in 30 days and things like that, because that's what they're told by all these people. And it's like, no, that's not how that works.
The best way is just to try different workouts and just figure out what works best for you. Listen to your body, what you feel comfortable with doing, and that's what's going to work best for you.
Okay, so this is kind of a two-part question, and this will probably be the last question there is. Okay. This one is a question of, so most girls feel uncomfortable when they go to the gym, because they feel like guys watch them or things like that. Do you feel uncomfortable when you go to the gym, and why?
No, because I'm with you. And if anybody looks at me, you'll punch them. So, before you, I had been to a gym before, so yeah, I felt like everyone was staring at me. I don't know if they were, or it was just, in my mind, like I wasn't wearing anything sexy. It's basketball shorts, guy shorts, and a baggy t-shirt.
So like I can speak on this from experience, being single, taken, married, all these kind of things. And like when you go to the gym, most guys do not look at women. Like, obviously we notice people. Mm-hmm. So, you notice somebody, but you don't really just like grovel over them. It's not like, I gotta get that girl's number, things like that. That's not how that kind of stuff works. The only one who's not like that. No. There's so the reason why I asked that question is because a lot of people, even beginners, like they think people are staring at them. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like when you first go to the gym, you just automatically think people are staring at you and treating you differently. A lot of it has to do with those videos that come out, like just people like posting these videos of people working out, and if they're doing it wrong, and instead of helping them, they're making fun of them on social media and making fun of them, which isn't right. So that's why I kind of asked that question, because it's we don't like guys, we don't look at you and we don't like, oh, look at her, you know what I mean? Like we're not doing that. Ones, yeah, obviously you have like here and there, but girls do the same, like with guys, you know what I mean? Like. Well, if you have a guy, that looks good in the gym or something, a girl, but, oh, okay. So it happens both ways. I just think girls feel just a little bit more uncomfortable about it because there's more guys in the gym typically than there are females in the gym.
That, and they might not know exactly what they're doing, so they feel self-conscious about that.
Yeah.
That was me. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with these machines.
But see, that's where you can always ask for help. That's the problem with beginners is a lot of beginners are too scared to ask for help because they don't want people to judge them, and they don't want to be like, oh, I'm a newbie.
Yeah, I think it's important just to go to the gym. If you need help, ask, and just have confidence.
Well, yeah, that's the big thing. Don't be scared to ask, especially if you need a spotter. There's too many videos out there of people crushing themselves and dying because they're too ashamed of asking for a spotter, or they might have a spotter and their spotter sucks. Yeah. That's another big one too. Don't be scared, especially if you're a beginner. Do not be scared to ask for a spotter help. All right, guys. So that sums up today's podcast or video, and just stay tuned. Been away for a little while due to some health issues, but coming back strong. I'll have some videos out about that, and we'll actually follow my wife's fitness journey as well a little bit in this, and we'll kind of get her back on it and talking about some things and making sure everything is staying good. Till next time, see ya.
Bye.